This review provides a direct comparison of DLSS 4 and DLSS 4.5 in Kingdom Come II. We analyze image quality, the performance of new presets, the degree of blurring and detail reconstruction, and performance changes under identical conditions. The goal is to determine whether DLSS 4.5 offers a real technical advantage over the previous version, or whether the differences are merely cosmetic. In native mode, DLAA, the internal resolution is at 4K levels, so the emphasis is on maximum clarity and detail preservation without upscaling. Trees, straw, rocks, grass, and foliage should remain three-dimensional without blur or noise, and edges should be smooth. DLSS 4.5 L/M is better at maintaining temporal stability, minimizing noise on organic textures for Kingdom Come II's medieval world. DLSS Native, Preset K, DLSS 4. Image, high benchmark sharpness without artifacts. Wooden beams and fences are voluminous with textured grain and cracks, thatched roofs are detailed with random straws, and stonework is uneven and mossy. Grass and foliage are soft with individual stems, and the dirt road with its mud and rocks is clearly visible. Shadows are clean, and subtle grain in the greenery adds realism. Performance, 40 FPS. DLSS Native, Preset L/DLSS 4.5. Image, sharpening above K. Sharpening emphasizes the contours of trees, fences, straw, stone is clearer of noise, and grass and leaves have more contrast. However, there are hard edges on the branches and fence, and a slight shimmer in the shadows under the houses and on the foliage. More stable on the ground, less grain. Performance, 32 FPS, plus 22% to native. No, minus 8 FPS / minus 20% to K.
DLSS Native Preset M/DLSS 4.5. Image. The balance is perfect. Tree/stone/straw details are at the K level, but cleaner without sharpening. Grass/leaves are voluminous, with minimal noise. Shadows are stable, and the ground is textured according to benchmarks. In 4K, it's closer to the reference, flicker-free. Performance, 33 FPS, minus 7 FPS / minus 17.5% to K.
DLSS Quality, Preset K or DLSS 4. Image, good sharpness with minimal anti-aliasing. The wood of the houses and fence is three-dimensional with grain and cracks. The thatched roofs are textured with straw, and the stonework has irregularities and moss. Grass and foliage retain their fluffiness, and the dirt road with dirt and rocks is clearly visible. Shadows are clear, but there is a slight softening on distant details, foliage and fence. Performance, 58 FPS, plus 18 FPS, approximately plus 45% to native K, 40 FPS. DLSS Quality Preset L, DLSS 4.5. Image, sharpness is higher than K despite the low resolution. Sharpening adds contrast to wood, straw, and rock, grass and leaves add volume, and there's less noise on the ground. However, there are hard edges on branches and fences, and a slight shimmer in the shadows under the houses. The overall look is more stable. DLSS Quality Preset M DLSS 4.5. Image, excellent balance. Tree, straw, rock detail is native level without over-sharpening. Grass, foliage is natural with minimal noise, shadows are stable, and the ground is voluminous. 4K is closer to native than K. Performance, 66 FPS, plus 26 FPS, about plus 65% to native K, plus 8 FPS, about plus 14% to K quality.
DLSS Balanced Preset K or DLSS 4. Image. Good detail despite the low resolution. The wood of the houses and fence is three-dimensional and grainy. The thatched roofs are textured and the stonework is uneven. The grass and foliage are fluffy and the dirt road is clearly visible. There's a slight softening of distant elements, foliage, fence, and shadows are slightly blurred. Performance, 64 FPS, plus 24 FPS around plus 60% to native K, 40 FPS.
DLSS Balanced, Preset L/DLSS 4.5. Image, sharpening above K. Sharpening emphasizes wood and straw. Grass and leaves have more contrast, and the ground is cleaner. However, there is pixel flickering in the shadows under houses and fences, and edges are harder on branches. It's more stable on masonry. Performance, 58 FPS, plus 18 FPS, about plus 45% to native K, minus 6 FPS, about minus 9% to K balanced.
DLSS Balanced Preset M, DLSS 4.5. Image, maximum preservation. Wood, straw, and stone at the quality level without over-sharpening. Grass, leaves are voluminous. Shadows are clear. Ground textured according to benchmarks. Minimal anti-aliasing in 4K. Performance, 60 FPS. Plus 20 FPS, around plus 50% to native K. Minus 4 FPS, around minus 6% to K balanced.
DLSS Performance Preset K DLSS 4. Image. Detail is retained at an acceptable level, but there is a noticeable softening. The wood of the houses and fences loses some of its volume and grain texture. The thatched roofs blend into a smooth mass. The stonework appears flat without moss. The grass and foliage blur into a green mush, and the dirt road is soapy without stones. Shadows are soft without strong graininess. Performance, 70 FPS, plus 30 FPS, plus 75% to native K, 40 FPS.
DLSS Performance Preset L, DLSS 4.5. Image. Significantly better than K, the increased sharpness restores contrast to wood, straw, and stone. Grass and foliage appear more dimensional with visible stems. The ground is clearer from blur. However, there is some shimmer in the shadows under the houses and fence, and the edges of branches are hard. The overall look is more stable and detailed. Performance, 65 FPS, plus 25 FPS, plus 62.5% to native K, minus 5 FPS, minus 7% to K performance.
DLSS Performance Preset M/DLSS 4.5. Image. The best option at low resolution. Wood, straw, and stone retain texture almost like in Balanced. Grass and foliage are voluminous without blur, and shadows are clear. A dirt road with natural dirt and rocks, minimal anti-aliasing, close to quality in 4K. Performance, 67 FPS, plus 27 FPS, plus 67.5% to native K, minus 3 FPS, minus 4% to K performance.
Overall result by comparison, second set, Performance M 4.5 completely matches Quality K in terms of volume and clarity, dense greenery, hay, shadows, and fence, and is cleaner than L without flickering. A 13% FPS boost makes the low mode comfortable for 4K fields. L increases contrast, sharp stems, and hay, but with artifacts. Choose M by default. Overall DLSS 4 versus DLSS 4.5 comparison in Kingdom Come Deliverance II. In Kingdom Come Deliverance II, DLSS 4.5 L/M presets via NVIDIA App Override shows a real breakthrough over DLSS 4 preset K, especially in low, medium modes, performance and balanced. The new transformer model significantly improves the reconstruction of organic matter, wood, straw, rock, grass, leaves, bushes, branches, hay, and ground, and shadows at low native resolutions, less blur, grain, ghosting, and flickering.
In high, native, or quality settings, 4.5 is cleaner than K but heavier, minus 15 to 20% FPS. The difference is critical in 4K DSR on large screens and dynamic environments, fields, villages, and battles. For the first set, Village and Architecture, Performance M approximates Quality K plus 15% FPS, volume of straw, stone, grass, and shadows. Balanced M approximates Native K plus 50% FPS, natural beams and dirt. L is sharper but flickers. For the second set, Field and Vegetation, Performance M equals Quality K plus 13% FPS, fluffy foliage without mush. Balanced M equals Native K plus 42% FPS, stable bushes, branches, and shadows. 4.5 suppresses greenery noise perfectly. Presets: M 4.5, Leader 99% of scenes, Balance without artifacts, Performance M as Quality K, Balanced M as Native K. L 4.5 for Sharpness, crisp stems and straws, but shimmer and hard edges. K 4 plus FPS in highs, native softness, but washes out lows, leaves and straw are flat. Recommendations: Default, Performance M, 67 FPS, Quality K, Dynamics and Battles. Stability, Balanced M, 60 FPS, approximately Native K, Open Scenes and Vegetation. Activation, NVIDIA App, Graphics, DLSS Override, recommended, M for Performance/Balanced.